So, for a long time now, we've been speaking to the symptoms of narcissistic abuse and to the symptoms of the narcissist and what they do. But why do they do it? It's an interesting question that has many tentacles to it. But I feel the number one reason that the narcissist does what he or she may do is their incredible fear of abandonment. Now, after this talk, you may look back and start to recognize some of these fears of abandonment, and it may start to make sense. But the narcissist needs one thing, and what is that? It's all about supply. The narcissist must have supply, be it positive supply from a golden child, be it negative supply, whether it's you fighting back, whether it's you challenging their abuses, whether it's you questioning them. That's still supply, even though it's negative supply. But they must have supply. And the fear of that supply disappearing is their worst nightmare. The narcissist cannot survive on its own. They will, in fact, wither and die and blow away. So, you're asking yourself, why does the narcissist push me and others away? Why do they treat me so badly if they fear losing me? That doesn't make sense. Actually, it does on a couple different levels. The narcissist, when they abuse you, when they degrade you, is testing your loyalty, is ensuring that their supply is still safe and will be there in the days coming so they can feed off of you. They must have you there. Be it a golden child or your scapegoat, they must have it there. I've mentioned before the narcissist will even go so far as adoption or a school transfer program where they take a student in from another country. They need that supply, and they have to, by all means, have it there. So why does the narcissist treat you so poorly? Testing the waters to make sure their supply is safe and secure. It's hard, I know. It's weird. However, as far as they go to push us away, they do not and cannot be left alone. I know one particular survivor of a horrific narcissistic mother. And this mother was married to this man for a very long time. Not the victim's father, but stepfather. And when this stepfather, who is a huge enabler, codependent enabler to the narcissist, frightened to death of the narcissist, hurt himself on his table saw. He ended up in the hospital. The cut was so bad. The narcissist did not show empathy. Of course, we know that. Instead, the narcissist marched to the hospital and let her husband know that she was selling all his power tools. She was punishing her husband for the possibility of leaving her. The same person in the same family of narcissistic dynasty in their 70s enticed her husband who was Jewish, to convert his religion to the Roman Catholic Church so they could get married after 30 years of being married in the Catholic Church and have a tremendous, huge wedding, drawing tremendous amounts of supply, locking in another commitment from her enabler or her codependent, was not going to leave her by that marriage. Here's another clear example. Remember, if you're a child of a narcissistic parent, things were pretty rough when you were young, below your teenage years, but you were getting by. But remember when you started to become a teenager? Remember when you started to develop your own personality traits? Remember when you started making your own friends? What did the narcissist do? They became raged. The narcissist was beginning to see the possibilities of the future, where you would be leaving the nest, leaving the narcissist alone. The possibility that the narcissist would no longer have you as a source of supply. When you first started dating, I've said this a million times, the narcissist very well may have been calling you a whore. If you're a male, the narcissist would call the girls that you dated nothing but little whores. And I don't see what they have to see in you, examples, so forth and so on. Because they saw the future, that you were not going to be spending as much time with them, that you were going and flocking out on your own. This frightens the narcissist to death. That particular victim of narcissistic abuse that I mentioned before, his mother actually made her husband give his car away to the golden child's son, her grandson. Now, look at that. Looks like a great gift, right? Without his car, there was only one car left that belonged to the narcissist. And only the enabler, the husband, could use her car when she approved of it. I'm going to start talking quite a bit about not only the symptoms of narcissistic abuse, but why they really do it. We're going to get a little deeper here. We're going to continue talking about the symptoms. We're going to, because that's incredibly important to both you and I, because these are things that happen to us, and we're trying to figure out why. Well, let's try to figure out why. Let's go to the core. It's not going to make it any easier. It's not going to make it go away. It's not going to validate their abuse to you. But it may allow you to see some of the things that we're not looking at. Their fear of abandonment is at the core of what I believe of most of their abuses. Give me your thoughts, give me your ideas, give me your experiences, share your experiences if this makes sense to you, if you've witnessed this. What are some of the things that the narcissist in your life has done to ensure they have that boat anchor around, that boat anchor of narcissistic supply? I'm wishing you peace today, and thank you.